Hey guys, Sinfar here. Welcome back to another Fortnite video. Today, what I want to do is I want to talk about, first of all, I want to talk about the patch notes. I understand I'm 2 days late, but that's something I want to do. So there's a new item added in. Most of you probably know, called the Boombox, right? So basically, it activates a powerful blast that damages structures in large areas. So basically, what it's supposed to do is supposed to counter spam building, which is realistically what lots of people do to protect themselves from getting shot at. Just putting up as many walls as you can, and then after figuring out where the person is, you usually attack them. At least that's what I do. So this is supposed to counter that and actually get people to have to shoot at you instead of being able to just spam and throw up the walls in front of your face, which is, in my opinion, annoying, but it's very hypocritical of me to say that because I feel like all of us do that. Ooh, a chug. So, I have the notes right here, and if you also shoot the boombox, it stops its effects. So basically that's a way to counter it. So if it can't just keep going, and that's about it. There's the boombox. So it comes in stacks of 2, as you can see. I'm not sure how much you can stack them to. I remember I saw someone playing earlier today, and they had 3 in their inventory. I'm not sure how much they can stack to. I'll have to see for myself. I'm gonna try and utilize this thing and see if it does what intended. If you shoot it, you stop it, because it might be used on me. I don't know. Very interesting thing I feel to add in at this game's state whenever lots of streamers are talking about whether building is very important anymore, which obviously it is. It's an aspect of the game that's very important, but Symphony was talking about how aiming players will take over. Ooh, over here. And basically what he's saying about that is that people with better aim will be able to take over, because, you know, in the end, building is obviously important, but it's more important for you to actually be able to hit what you're shooting at instead of just building like a maniac. This guy seriously just riffed. Can't tell where he went. Not good. But besides that fact, that guy got out of our grasp, but whatever. Besides that fact about aiming players taking over, I do believe it is a very true statement, because in this game, people usually think about building and editing and improving that, and of course you want to have that as a very major skill. Aiming is a very... I feel like aiming will take over in the aspects of PC players, because they don't have aim assist. Now, I play on console. Lots of console players heavily rely on aim assist. It's a very powerful thing. It has been nerfed. It was nerfed a while back, actually, because people started noticing how truly strong it was. It still is very strong, and that's because of the way that controllers work. Because, you know, you can only move the stick so far. It has a dead zone, right? Like, you move it, you can't move it any farther. So that's why they have sensitivities for it. And I play on 8580, and I have a 1.15 building sensitivity, I believe. So aim assist is it assists console players, because whenever you think about it, lots of these big PC guys, they can if you've seen anybody do mouse tracking, they go ahead and they actually like follow something on their screen with their mouse, and some guys are just so good at it. You know, like you see pro players like Tifu has very nice aim. Symphony was whenever he was showing up selling things about whenever he was talking about that building stuff. Oh, and there's some guy on me. Boombox. Okay, then. Now let's see if you shoot it, it stops. Oh, so it's destructible. Listen to that. It kind of sounds like there's someone walking, but it's very, very... I'm not going to use that. I mean, I tried to use it, but the person just killed themselves. It doesn't matter. So, I feel like aim players will take over for PC, but for console, I don't think it's a big issue because of aim assist. Like, anybody can be decent because of aim assist. I mean, you see people like Upshaw, who I hate because he abuses it so much by spamming his left trigger as fast as he can, which I feel like is very much abusing aim assist. Whenever people are, you know, like if you're in a shotgun fight, like, say, like, I'm right here, right, and there's some guy right here, and say, like, you know, he's running in front of me, and I, basically, whenever he jumps, I quick aim in, and I hit him. That's just, that's taking advantage of it, but it's in a more conventional way. I feel like some people abuse aim assist. I feel like some people use it to their advantage in, like, a conventional way. I feel like people actually use it to how it's supposed to be used, but in many other ways, it is very much a very controversial thing. Lots of PC players say it's overpowered. I do not think it's overpowered, because if you think about it, people, like, that have really good aim can just, on PC, can just straight up lock straight onto you with their pump shotgun while they're jumping. There's no aim assist while you're jumping. Like, I can't ADS, but whenever I ADS, there's assist, but whenever I jump, there's not. So, if you have a controller player who's really good whenever they're jumping and shooting, that's just pure aim, that's just pure good aim by them. Like, if you know someone who's very, very good without using aim assist, then that is a extremely talented console player, in my opinion. Because even lots of the pros use aim assist because it is a very powerful thing. And it's something that they need against lots of these other pro PC players. Because they would all immediately fall. They couldn't. It's like a crutch, honestly. And I don't like to think of it in that way because it sounds bad. But in a way, it's very necessary. But it's just something that I feel people really need to look into more and understand, especially lots of PC players who think it's overpowered against them. Whenever really, they wouldn't have any extra competition on console without it. Because whenever you're using mouse keyboard, you're aiming with your whole arm, and also you have more buttons to press, so you can switch between things faster. You only have so many buttons on a controller. Of course, there's people that have scuff, but that's just binding to different buttons, so you don't have to take your fingers off of them. So my edit button is A. If I had paddles, I would bind one of them to A, so I didn't have to take my finger off the stick. But nevertheless, it is something that lots of good players have. And that's them, dude. They got it. They have the, they can afford it. They can. I can afford it, but it would take a lot out of my, allowance and my just overall money. So, I would say if you have the money to afford a scuff, I would get one. But it's not necessary. But for now, I just want to see if I can pull off this win, and just hopefully we have a good time. Like, what are these guys doing? I'm afraid that there's someone behind me because of, but I doubt. I mean, maybe over there on that mountain. Pardon me, I've been sick the past couple days, but oh shoot, that's coming towards me. But just to let you know, I hope that I can be very informational with these videos. Every next update, 100% gonna start putting things out. And let's try to not die in this very awful zone. This zone is literally complete and utter garbage. Ooh. Minigun. Dang it, dude. I'm hoping for explode. Might be someone over at the factories. I'm not sure if there's someone in the Porta Fortress, but these guys got traps down here. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm going to hold right here, and he's going to have to push from out under me into zone. So if he makes a move, I've got him. Not very good situation to be having to push into zone, but ooh, actually no. Whenever he starts to walk, I'm gonna launch pad, because then he'll be forced to move. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Try and get up on top of one of the mountains.